Alright, replay review, Nextis on Sylvanas on Garden of Terror. Starting off as always with some comps. First thing, very troubling, your team doesn't have an offlaner. You've got a Chromie, Sylv, Zebo, neither of which really wants to be alone in a lane. Chromie can anchor a lane fine, and that's probably how you're going to want to do it, but you don't really have someone who can just split off long term and be fine by themselves. Otherwise, I mean, the heroes you have look fun, look good. Just I wish Nazebo was someone who could offlane. My guess is that Nazebo is going to end up doing it because that's kind of how Nazebos in Storm League generally play. But he's not ideal because he can be killed a lot, and I'm going to guess that that's kind of what happens. He goes off and soaks some lanes. Butcher Jaina, whatever, comes out from a side bush. He dies. It happens like 5 or 6 times. Um, yeah, not ideal. At least White Ring can save him. Enemy team, a little bit more put together. Zula's an actual offlaner at least. Butcher is always fun. I don't actually know. This is a bronze game, right? It's either bronze or silver. It might be silver. Either way. Butcher's always fun. Now, their team does look a little dysfunctional. Butcher Jaina together just look like kill comp to me. You want to get picks. Johanna doesn't really play towards that, though. She can post 10, but pre-10, she can't really help Butcher get meat. Not easily, at least. On the other hand, you got Johanna Deckard, who look more like a Wombo combo comp. Hit a bunch of people with CC. Jaina can follow up on that, and that seems like a bit better to play towards. Butcher doesn't play as well with that, but he can add some extra CC, I guess. Still works well with it as well. I think that's probably how they want to play. I'm curious how much Deckard trolls his talents, though. Most Storm League Deckards pick very questionable talents. On your comp, what you're playing towards, it's kind of just like very standard front to back. You don't have a specific combo here. You have some CC chain potential, of course. Mind control seems pretty decent since Deckard lacks a cleanse. Johanna has unstoppable, of course, but she can't stop herself if she gets hit by it. She can't go falling sword, but then you forced her to go falling sword, which is a win. So your game plan is just hit what's in front, and there should be plenty of things in front. Um, Very straightforward Sylv game, I think. You could go dive if you really want to, but personally I just go front to back. But I also don't play dive Sylv. And how it works, I'm just bad at it. Anyway, let's get into the game.
Are you ready in body and mind?
Nothing could stop me.
Hope you're ready, because we start in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 2, 1. Kick some
Alright.
tail.
I'm going to be looking out for your trait usage, by the way. From Bacon's analysis earlier, it looks like you already know the idea of that, but I'm going to be looking to make sure that you stack 3 stacks of your trait before hitting Q or W. Good E usage as well. For some reason, a lot of Sylvs just throw their E forward a bunch when they're not E7, or don't even have it yet. So those are the 2 main mechanical things I'm looking for. Alright, well, already you didn't press QW, so props for that. There you go. Alright, cool. So you do have it down. I will point out if you ever miss it, but it seems like, oh hey, Johanna took Balls of Hope. We win. But it looks like you know the strategy. So here you're just focusing on wave. Nice, good. You can try and auto attack those two. Okay, Chromie's got him. I would be heading bot right here. Nice. Actually, that's great. There's an argument that you head top 2. I mean, either is fine since no one's soaking it, but you kind of want to be closer to objective. It really should be Chromie top. I'd ping help top. Just to make sure people do it. I think you want to put W on one of the frontline minions, not the mage minion. The mage minion spreads to everyone, but it also dies quicker. There's probably an argument for either. Yeah, I'd go to this camp, Siege Giants.
On my way.
I'll just go do that real quick. I'll see. I don't think there's much you do mid. Your options are either go to Giants or push bot. Bot might have even been better. What you did here doesn't really accomplish anything though. Yeah, there's actually a wave crashing that you've just completely missed.
I am well again.
Yeah, you're gonna miss minions off this wave. It's fine to rotate off the wave and look to do something else, but when you miss the minions, that's not great. Actually, I wanna see how much did you actually miss any? Someone died to tower. Let's look at its globe. Does it degrade in time?
Watch yourselves.
Oh, you actually got all the minions. Never mind. Good rotation. I don't like that it was that close, but also good read on Jaina being in that bush. So far, I think you're doing pretty much everything right. That E. Okay, that's the first thing I'm gonna point out. That E did nothing. Gonna show it here.
Heroes, you're just in time for the
Yeah. So you don't have level 7 festering wounds, so you're not marking the entire wave there. What you're doing is 34 damage to the minion wave, which really isn't much. And for that, you are sacrificing your escape opportunity. You see Butcher here, of course. You see Zool. Those are like your two main threats. But if say like a Deckard is up here and throws his by the way he did troll his chance. You'll have to see it. Throws out stuff, or Johanna comes in and sucks you. You don't have an escape here, and you just die to Jaina.
Choose a talent.
interesting.
Cool. Possession. Wait, Jaina's just trolling? Good kill, I guess. What? Good kill, I guess. I was gonna say I like the push, but she kind of just ran into you. Good ability usage. Good recognize on the kill there. And all I can point at here is just your E usage on that one wave. So other than that, you did just press W and Q before you had stacks on buildings. This works on buildings too. You want to stack it up on buildings before you press your buttons. So you missed a little bit of damage there. It's also relevant for minions and such as well, but you clear minion waves quick enough that you don't really have to worry about it unless you're festering, where you can't actually mark everyone really easily. Clear this wave out and take a tap. Yeah, so you're okay. Yeah, I would have actually I want to point a couple things out here. First of all, with this wave, with your chunked and you know Jane is around, you can sit further back and try and clear it. Other thing is you put your W on the mage minion, but your range minion is one shot anyway, so it doesn't actually spread any damage to the others. It literally only marks that one with the DOT. But yeah, if you know Jane is around, you know you're low. You don't have you can just let the wave crash into towers and clear it from behind towers. You don't need to step up this far.
joy is there in this curse.
Alright.
Watch yourselves.
You want to get 7 before you do anything. And because you died, you lost your wall. I just start rotating up. I don't think I would split push here. There is an option to. I'm not gonna say it's objectively wrong to do it. I just personally rotate up because this is Storm League. I know my team is going to want to fight the seed, and I like to be of help. Okay, if you were, yeah, like the correct play potentially is to split push, but there's also the option. Okay, but now we got the seed. I would just clutch mid. But there's the option that your team just doesn't recognize that and dies. Yeah, I would have caught mid instead of doing this. As soon as the seed's captured, there's nothing really to fight over. And then see, you came up top, you didn't really do anything, and you're missing the entirety of mid wave. That's a big mid wave that's dying to towers here. Zebo has this wave. You don't need to stay on it. Like I think there's You know, there's an argument for just staying bot, split pushing. There's an argument for going bot, clearing, and then coming up, which is what you did. Um, but I think clearing, coming up, and then when you get to mid wave and you're not festering, so that E forward is troll. But when you get up to mid wave and the seed's captured, you don't need to keep going. You can just clear on mid. Yeah, no, you have no festering, so anytime you E forward, I'm gonna call you on it. Unless you're like taking it to kill someone. But there you are, you were just playing like you had festering. Yeah, just hit people in the front. Yep. Try not to get hit by this suck though. Oh, he's inting. Just punish that. Don't walk too far up though. Alright. Unfortunate. Yeah. There was like some positioning errors. Wasn't great stutter stepping. The positioning could have been improved. But nothing like horribly major. That's troll. Nothing horribly major, so that was fine team fighting, I'm gonna say. But yeah, again, E forward, stop doing that. And guess what? Because you E forward there, you didn't have E to escape the You didn't have E to escape the butcher charge, and you lived, but you could have easily not lived. I like just pushing this with Silph yeah. I think this is what you're going for. I would go mind control personally.
I am well again.
Nice. Yeah, push this with Silph How about press? Yeah, nice. Again, you want to stack up your trait on the buildings before you press your buttons, just like on heroes. I don't know what you're trying here. No. Just hit the building. Team's not positioned for it. You don't really one-shot Deckard yourself. It's risky with everyone, and the rest of their team is up. You don't know where they're going. Like that, if that Butcher had come straight bot, and you're stepping up that far and trying to chase a Deckard, might be a little bit sus. Using top lane, wouldn't do much about it. Also, she had mind control there. You maybe could have looked, but she did have unstoppable out. That's just a timing issue. I see what you were trying to do, but you just didn't do it.
Collect the seed and don't
Tap.
fret about
Alright,
Shannon.
you're fighting for this
Don't
one.
want a thing anymore.
Yeah, there's the option to split push, but since you're in the area, you're just gonna help out. Be really careful. You know Butcher's like in that bush above you. This is really... Okay. I thought he was in that bush. Alright, so yeah, why are you not going to Seed here? Your team's fighting Seed. And you didn't even commit to the split push. As soon as mind control hits, press all your buttons. Mind control applies 3 stacks of trait. You don't need to get 3 auto attacks in first. Alright, yeah. She didn't have trait. She didn't have stacks on her. E forward. Nah, you mistimed it. I think you had the idea. You just pressed the buttons a bit too late. Yep. So yeah. So takeaways from there. Mind control applies 3 stacks of trait. You don't need to get 3 autos before you QW if you hit them with a mind control. The Q on the the QW on the Joe was good because you were trying to kill her within the 3-second window before trait was active. You didn't really want to take the time stacking trait. She was super low. You just want to dump what little damage you have, and that's enough to kill her. So that was good. E forward, you can E to dodge the CC. Like that Zul when he roots you is super telegraphed. You can throw an E out, use the unstoppable frames on E to dodge the root, and then be on top of him to continue hitting him. Beyond that, that was pretty good. Although I wish you were there sooner. Again, what you did here was very odd. You see the Butcher rotating up here, then he goes out of vision here. I thought he was in this bush. You also seemed to be playing like you thought he was in that bush. But then you stayed like here where he could jump on you. And now you do have your E to get out, but I don't trust that you have the reaction times to Unstoppable Frames his charge based on the last few E's you've tried to Unstoppable things with. Not a personal insult, just fact of how comfortable you are with the E. So staying up this far when there is potentially a butcher there in this bush looking at you is not a great idea, in my opinion. And then you like actually face check this bush. You're like edging towards it. He's either in there or he's not. I wouldn't face check it. You can use your E to face check it, although that would then put it on cooldown. So that wouldn't really be a great idea. You could throw a mind control in there and try and hit him there, but just face checking it when he's potentially right there. Like you could just be walking into it. You could just walk straight into a lamb and then die. And then you go try and push this, but you got like a little bit of damage here, not much. Meanwhile, though, your team is just fighting for seed. Easily, you could have just lost this because you're over here after out mid lane while your team is all up here dying. Now, I don't hate the split push, but I think if you were like down here pushing with one of those camp, this camp was taken beforehand, right? Yeah. So if you were down here like pushing with this camp, I think that's fine. Even if you're here and you commit to the split push, I wouldn't have liked it, but I would have respected it. But you kind of just like half did this and then half rotated up. And again, it worked out, but I think more decisiveness would have been better. Anyway. Yeah, 3 stacks of possession there. You could have possessed the ranged minions, especially if you're playing to push you. Yeah, if you're playing to push with black arrows, absolutely possess those things. And good use of the of your dagger to disable both towers. Good split push, and you see everyone bot. You can continue going. Possess some things, dude. You got the possession. The possession is literally the talent for pushing, and you're not using it while you're pushing here. Press the button. You have 3 stacks. There's 3 ranged minions there. All right, you remember like way too late. Again, stack on the building beforehand. You're fine here for a little bit. Yeah. I think you could have gotten the entire fort. Do the minions actually get the fort? The minions might actually get the fort. No, they don't. Yeah, you could have tried to get. You could have gotten the entire fort. I think. It might have been int, but I think I would have tried it. It might have been the wrong play, but I would have tried it. I wouldn't stop to clear these. Yeah, okay, so you're sitting around on your mount for a whole while here, and then you eventually decide to stop and clear these as again, you're like not at the seat, and your team is dying here. Your team is straight up just dying here while you're clearing this camp. This camp wasn't doing anything. At minimum, this camp is just stalled by your camp mid for ages. Good mind control. Let's see if you actually can turn this around. I doubt it. Yeah, so that was. You took what you did mid, and you sort of took it to the extreme. That's the first thing I'm gonna call just like a definitive misplay. That camp, and you're gonna die here, aren't you? Goody out. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna call a definitive misplay. Your team is fighting. There's a 2 seeds to 2 seeds, and you're clearing a siege camp. Top 4 is dead, by the way. It's not even worth rotating up there. If you're gonna rotate somewhere, rotate bot. Again, you wanna get the stacks on the shambler before you do anything.
Our fort was destroyed.
You just used E. If there's a butcher looking at you, you're dead. I'd clear another wave top. You're looking for 16. I'd just clear the wave top. So close. I don't know why you're fighting here. And you just use E for no reason. I don't know why you rotated here and tried to force something. You know, there's a wave top you still could have gotten. I guess I appreciate you trying to use mind control to look for kills. But I mean, there was just a free wave top that you could have gotten and tried to get 16 sooner. Could have just tried to get 16, then look for a fight. Clear this other way here, because you don't have enough possession charges for the catapult. Fortunate.
Choose a talent.
I'd be going Will of the Forsaken here, if you're not comfortable Eing to dodge CC. Right, sorry, you got enough possession charges. You don't really need to use D here. Also, you want to kill the mage minion on the camp first. I mean, okay, he does have kind of a use to keep applying the black arrows. I'll accept that. Alright, Will of the Forsaken, nice. I would not be pushing up this far. Yeah, just get this camp.
Gather the seed, heroes.
Nice.
Quickly.
And stop using your buttons before they have 3 stacks. Can you look at this objective? No, okay. Just clearing waves, that's fine. I don't think you needed to use your buttons there, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, we fight this, right? What are you doing? Why are you just standing there? Oh, big mind control off that, mind control off that, mind control. She died anyway, I suppose. I don't mind the D there. Your team is just not really there to follow up. If your team was there to follow up, that would have been a great D, because then you just continue going with the black arrows and dive them under fort. Will of the Forsakenness. Okay, you have 2 unstoppable buttons, and you didn't use either of them to dodge that butcher charge. You're lucky that he fucked up his lamb to the slaughter. Otherwise, you'd have been dead.
A seed has sprouted. Let's not fight over it.
What's even happening up here? I have no idea what's happening here. I can't tell if I'm on your camera. Okay, no, this is your camera. I want to go back and watch this entire fight. So from your camera, I have no idea what's happening up here, and I assume you don't either. And you walk in melee of this butcher, and get hit by the root, and you're just kind of... You just want to be hitting whatever's in front. What could you have done better here? I mean, not walk into melee. Yeah, this positioning, I am surprised you didn't die here. You have 2 unstoppable buttons, by the way, and you didn't dodge the Deckard sleep. Okay. Then you had to E out, so you missed DPS. But overall, no, I think that was... I don't think you could have changed that fight too much. Can I... Let's try and see him again. No, I think you were on the correct target there. Yeah. If you didn't E out there, maybe you could have kept going and tried to kill him. If you dodged the Deckard route, too. Maybe you could have tried to walk in a little bit sooner. Yeah, and you have some unstoppable buttons you could use to dodge that route and just walk through it. But no, you were mostly hitting people the entire time. What just happened here? Why is... Hello? I have no idea what's happening with the camera. We'll just work with this for the rest of the game, I guess. Yeah, no idea where it's going over there. No, I think that was... fine for the most part. Unfortunate Muradin pick. That's what we'll call it. Like clearing top, it's good. You're just kind of clearing waves until team's up and ready. Never want to behave. Now it's over here. Is this where your actual camera is?
I am well again.
No, surely not. I'm so confused.
A seed has been planted.
Whatever.
It will sprout before you know it.
Alright. What happened? Alright, Nazebo's dead. You can't really contest this. You're probably just gonna lose the game off. No, I guess you don't lose the game. Mind control? Any mind controllers? Alright, you mind control off this thing right here. Mind control. The mind control was a little late. You could have put the mind control right over the loot point when he returned. Okay, good. Yep. Step forward more. Good damage. Good damage. Huge. Alright, so this is where you could have... That was good until you died to the Jaina. I would have said what you could have done is E forward here, because then you walked into the blizzard, got chilled for the rest of her stuff. You could have tried to E over the wall to chase, or just not run through the blizzard and wait it out. But everything before that was fine. Again, you can mind control a little sooner, trying to get the timing down with the travel time, so that when he returns, the mind control's right on him, and there's no opportunity for him to react. He tried to run. He had opportunities to run away. He could have tried to juke it, and then you miss. But then kiting back, hitting the Joe was good. Going back to the fight was good. You had good target focus on the Butcher. Good kills. It was probably your best team fight. No, alright, I can't. Oh. Whoops. Alright, there you go. What are we doing? You wanna your team's not here though.
Back to the battle then.
This is really sketchy. Okay, again, so you have your E to dodge, which you didn't. Okay, you're not comfortable with it. You have Will of the Forsaken. His charge is super telegraphed. You should absolutely be able to unstoppable that. Also, where are you going? Your team's dying because you started a team fight. You could have gone back and hit people. All their CC's down. I don't know why you guys are here. Your Burden is dead. You should be leaving. All it takes is Butcher pressing E on someone. So, I mean, good job of taking Will of the Forsaken with this team. Bad job on forgetting to press it. It doesn't really take any timing. It's 3-second unstoppable. As soon as Butcher charges you can just press it. You have a super big window. You should never be hit by a Butcher charge here.
Your seed is sprouting. The anticipation is very
I am well again.
Retreat, you fools!
Yep, you want to clear bot here, clear mid, just clear out everything really. They do have 2 out of 3 seed here, which is really unfortunate. You just die here.
Isn't nature splendid? Gather that seed for me.
You're taking big hits here. You did not need to use Will of the Forsaken there. You were fine. Maybe you were scared that she would shield you. I suppose that's reasonable. We're just kind of losing this. Alright, and now you lose. Step up and start hitting things. You need to get kills here. Alright, that's a really good. If you get that, nice. Huge. I don't know why you're eating away though. It's just Joe walking at you. Big, another kill. Okay, I would have stuck on that, but good thing Chromie finished it up. Yeah, you gotta go clear though.
Those sports don't grow on trees. Or maybe they do.
No, alright. Ever hopeful that the camera will fix itself at some point. Black arrows to prevent the wave from pushing is fine. It doesn't disable the terror, but it disables the wave. It gives you a little bit more time. You have Will of the Forsaken, you're not really scared of anything. Joe's dead, it's just... Joe's dead, Butcher's dead. You're not really scared of anything here. You can just keep clearing.
Those sports don't grow on trees. Or maybe they do.
Catapults? I guess the minions got them. Nice mind control fish. Good damage. Actually kill that. Shit, you do. Nice. You can Will of the Forsaken to run after him. Will of the Forsaken to run after him. Or E, that's fine. Will of the Forsaken. Will of the Forsaken. Any Will of the Forsaken users. It gives 40% movement speed too, by the way. If you weren't aware, you could absolutely use that to chase after him there. You could still use it to chase after him. Still use it to chase after him. Alright, nice. You keep going here, I think. Put him down, yeah. You have another mind control soon. Still a little Forsaken chase here. As unfortunate. Burden literally just saved her life. You hate to see it. I mean, their healer's dead. You take this. You want to take this fight. You can step up and hit Butcher again. You have Will of the Forsaken. I mean, you're probably not gonna press it if he charges you, but in theory, you have it. Throw mind control in there. Nice. Will of the Forsaken and Will of the Forsaken users. There you go. Alright. I would fall back and hit this Butcher. Like, Joe's out, that's fine, you're not gonna kill her. This is what your team's actually fighting over. Good fish. I don't mind it. I'd ping assistance on this and ping your trait. You can try and get push here.
For now.
There's my precious seed. Go and get it.
Mind control? You're a bit late on your mind controls. Like, you can just throw that out as soon as you see her. Like, let's go back and check that.
You have my thanks. For now.
There's my precious seed.
Mind controls up. Mind control right here. Like, you're so late on that, and you do land it, but now she's like under the gate and stunned, and it's not relevant. You don't get that kill. That E forward is Stroll. At this point, the play is kind of dead. You just back up. Yep, go top, clear out mid, grab top. Get the seed. There's an argument for baiting this bush. Holy crap! I don't know why you said that mind control though. He wasn't gonna be in that position ever. Good kill. Good mind. Nice. I would just keep getting the seed here. I would wait. You just walked away from the seed. The seed's the whole reason you're here. You're murdered in zoning. You're not getting kills here. Please, the seed. You were here to fight over the seed. If you can just get the seed, that's fine. Murden's got hardened shield. He's actually like really tanky. Yeah, the seed's still here, by the way. Any seed takers?
I must heal, but I will return again.
There you go. Cool. This angle's a little sus. By hitting the butcher here, nice. Yeah, I would have just. Alright, there's a will. Your team's all dead here though. I mean, okay. On the mind control usage, I mean, I like that you're fishing with it, but you might be taking that a little bit too liberally. Like, you do still want to.
Add another seed
You,
to gather.
he's still gonna be charging at you, by the way. You should have been going to your fountain. Good. Oh, that's actually really good mind control. You're dead though. Okay. So, yeah, I think you wanna. Let's actually. I'm just gonna go back and watch this entire mid fight. All right. So you're getting the seed here. Your team's fighting. Yeah. Right. It's from a very high level of perspective here. I would be going this way. This flank is very dangerous. I don't like it. This mind control, and even if you land it on Joe, it doesn't really do anything. If you were going around this way and you land a mind control on Butcher, that's a lot better. Because, like, you go over here, land, throw mind control, and then don't get anything, and go around here anyway. You have to switch to Joe here, that's fine. I guess it was decent mind controls. The first one up here, I don't think was that useful. It would be much better if it was over here and on Butcher. But then, yeah, you can't really afford to walk around here. He is going to be still charging at you. That is a good mind control, though. Then I assume you just lose here. Yep, alright. I'll go back a second, look at towns. I think they're all fine, though, from what I saw. Overwhelming possession, yeah. Lost soul. Uncontrollable remorseless, yeah. Towns all fine. I don't like going over towns anyway. Alright. So, takeaways here. Number one, if you don't have festering, stop eating forward. If you're not taking it to chase someone. If there's a lot of times this game where you just gotta E a minion wave or press E on someone, whatever, and you're not taking it anywhere. You're just sort of using it for damage, I guess. It's not good damage. You can E forward if you have festering to stack your trait, but otherwise don't use it for damage because its escape tool, its escape potential is a lot better. For two. Now, on the mechanic side, just your unstoppables. I don't think you unstoppable to anything this game, even the super telegraphed stuff. If you need to, just like go into Trimoda versus AI or something and get some Zools and Butchers or something and practice your E unstoppable timing frames. But that is hard. I can understand it. The Will of the Forsaken, I'm a bit less lenient on. It's literally instant cast and it lasts for 3 seconds. As soon as you see the mark over your head or the Zool root closing in on you, just press the button. There, you got hit by some Butcher charges there you really shouldn't have. I don't actually think you will the Forsaken to anything relevant that game. I don't think this talent got much value in the slightest. It also has the movement speed component, so you can use it to chase after people. Like that Deckard, you could have killed probably a good 10-20 seconds earlier if you chased after him with Will of the Forsaken and landed a mind control. And then just general miscellaneous minor positioning and stutter stepping stuff, not using your autos and your abilities quite at the right timing. But that just comes with practice. I'm not gonna harp on you on that. Oh, and then the last thing is, even on PvE targets, make sure to stack your 3 stacks. Minions are the exception because you kill them just so quickly. But buildings, camps, whatever, make sure that you're stacking your trade up before you press buttons on your target. I think those are the 3 mechanical, 3, 4, 3, 3, I think, mechanical things that I really saw. And then the last one is just like decisiveness on whether you're split pushing or going to objective or whatever. Like bot, I think the 2 main places here were when you were mid and when you were bot. Mid, there was a seed spawning top side. You respawned. Mid seed spawning top side, you go down to bot. You clear out a wave bot. And you're going to split push. You're not split pushing. You just went here to clear a wave bot. You go up mid. By the time you get mid, the seed's already taken. There's a wave mid you walk right past, but you go top to fight anyway. Don't accomplish anything top. and then you just miss this entire wave mid. And then that one time you were mid, you're mid here. There's that whole thing with Butcher. You clear out the wave, you push, you like press D, you start hitting towers. But Seed's already spawned at this point. Your team's fighting, and then you sort of wander your way in. Oh yeah, and then uh over here too, you're sort of Seed spawning down here. You're sort of on your mount over here, walking in circles. Seed spawns, and then you eventually decide to do this camp, and you take ages to do this camp. That's not doing anything. It's standing here hitting your wave. You have a wave and a camp here. It's not going to make much progress. Meanwhile, your team's all just dying on Seed, and that's like the worst decision I think you made this game. Um, so yeah, that definitely is enough to qualify as a pattern. Just be more decisive. If you're going to objective, make sure you're at objective and at a reasonable place. If you need to like clear a wave on the way, that's fine. But don't be like clearing something unnecessary. You're going to hit buildings if you're not going to commit to the split push. I don't hate split pushing, especially on this map. The seed you need 3 seeds to get the terrors. Giving up some seeds to split push is fine. That can be kind of hard to do in Storm League because team's gonna see, ooh, fancy thing on the map. I want to go fight over it every time, and then you can risk leaving them 4v5 when they die. But in theory, it's fine. It's fine to just give up a couple seeds and get split push value, especially as Sylv. Like if you had that first seed, if instead of you going up, you just cleared this and kept pushing, I think that would have been perfectly fine. But no, other than that, I think your team fighting and your target focus was mostly fine. There's a couple times here and there where you're like taking yourself out of the fight or moving a little awkwardly or being in the wrong spot, but for the most part, you're hitting what's in front of you. Um, you're waiting until you have stacks on people. You're doing your damage. That part's fine, I think. Um, just like the mechanical misuses of abilities and then some macro decision making. But your macro overall was fine. Just that decision making with objectives and getting there late to team fights is, I think, what I mainly focused on. Your like early game macro and your decision to clear waves and such was fine. I think you're actually. I would be surprised if. Okay, you're not. Yeah, you are top soak. I assumed so. So yeah, that was fine. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Of course, let me know if you have any other questions. And otherwise, good luck with your Sylvanas games. It looks like you're putting in an effort to really get feedback and improve on them. So I hope that you find success.